we will now head on to the start grid of the ABC race, and I have to tell you, we've seen this before, the battles are epic in the ABC race due to the cars being in the same technical level. So let's rock and roll.
We have 8 cars on the track today. 1 cars seems to be already on the grid, taking their places. And Lelde Dembowska will start from the pole position. Once more, the grid positions were determined by a draw, not by practice times. Fellow front row starter will be Artūrs Virbulis. Then number 11, Erik Voits, and number 9, Emilis Jakrins, will start from second row. Emilis Jakrins drives Renault Clio. Third row, number 91, Ernests Skulte in Toyota Yaris, and number 77, Regnar Smolska-Klavinš. His car is Honda Civic. And finally, fourth row, number 14, Marek Baumann is in Seat Ibiza, and number 7, Jānis Ūbelis in Honda Civic. So all through 8 cars. And now over to Oskars.
All right, thanks so much. So yes, here we are. That's the start grid of the ABC race 1 this weekend here in beautiful Porsche Ring in some rainy conditions. The track is definitely wet by now, so that is going to be a huge surprise for the guys and ladies here in ABC race, because as Thomas already explained you, it is a matter of lottery and a little bit of luck to decide the start grid of ABC race. So Lelde Dembowska took the jackpot straight away, starting from pole position, and Artūrs Virbulis from front row, P2, and he has proven that he is definitely one of the top T drivers here in ABC race. So let's have a chat with Artūrs. Artūrs, good morning or good afternoon. How do you feel?
Afternoon. Good afternoon.
So everything all right?
Yeah. I wanted rainy conditions. I got rainy conditions, so I'm pretty happy. And nobody in front of me if I look out front. So it should be a good race. Had fun yesterday already in 325. So let's go.
All right, I love your optimism. So that's Artūrs Virbulis, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to rock and roll. He likes wet conditions. He's confident that he can gain some speed over there. We'll see some more cars here. And now it's the time for us to leave the start grid. That means only one thing. We're ready to race, ladies and gentlemen. Parnu Summer Race 2021, Day 2. Let's go.
So all 8 cars are now on their grid spots.
And we should be starting any minute now.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. And here we go.
It is the start of race 1 for ABC race category. Let's see if Artūrs Virbulis can manage to try to jump in the first corners on the inside. He's a bit too far outside. He will try to jump in, and he manages. He manages. Beautifully executed. Oh, he has a push from Lelde. He goes sideways. Oh my God, what a drama on the first corners already.
Now 4 wide behind him.
And you would have thought that ladies would give some space to the rest of the field. Never gonna happen.
Quite aggressive, yeah.
Never gonna happen. She just touched him enough to lose the rear, and Artūr's driving skills are by now pretty impressive to keep the car in control.
But let's see now through the complex. That is very crucial place, and Artūrs takes very wide line into turn 8, and Lelde goes wide. But of course, track is so slippery now. There is no big difference in it.
And you can see the gaps between the cars. It's amazing to watch such a close battle.
Yeah, all 8 together. Now through the fastest turn on the track. Actually, it should be, even in this rain, it should be full throttle. And now Artūrs
jumps on the inside, late break in, and will he be able to hold the line? It seems like Lelde is not giving up. She goes a little bit wild, but she keeps Artūrs in full stress.
There is little overlap. Can
and now
take it now?
Oh, and Lelde goes really wild.
But
She goes really wide. She loses the lead position. Artūrs now climbs up to P1. Lelde now is in a very difficult situation. She has very many fast drivers behind her. And there we go, straight away. They try to use the situation. I think it's Ernests Skulte who is now following her. Let's have a look.
Emilis Jānis is fourth anyway. And there is Ernests Skulte's Toyota Yaris is the highest of all, so it's very, very...
Yeah, that was Ernests who was trying to overtake.
You see Artūrs Virbulis has now more than 1 second in hand over Lelde Dembowska.
Jānis is jumping on inside. Oh no, and Regnars just has no choice. He hits Lelde. It ended well, but still Lelde loses 2 or 3 positions straight away.
Did you notice how slowly Artūrs went into turn 3?
But he's benefiting. He's benefiting from the battles behind him.
Yeah, Lelde went.
Just look at this side.
3 wide.
3 wide. It's and who's going to be the first one outside there? All right, that was good move. Oh, and
Jānis is on
trying on the inside like a rallycross. Okay, some off-road excursion for him.
It was Joker lap, I guess.
It's something like that. But of course he loses out.
So where is Artūrs?
Artūrs is far away. He's in a race on his own.
For sure, for now.
But let's not forget, Artūrs will have to start the race too from the last row, which will definitely not help him.
If it remains conditions like this, I think he can have a good chance.
You can see so much understeer, and after that, it's oversteer. Like it's full combo.
For those cars, it's very, very easy to make it like this. And now Lelde Dembowska has dropped from first to the last. And let's see what is Artūrs. Wow,
Lelde goes proper sideways off-road. I wonder if Emilis Jānis helped her with this excursion, but it's crazy. Right now the battles are crazy, but the 3 Hondas right now are chasing Artūrs Virbulis and his beautiful little Peugeot.
Let's see what the gap will be.
I think it's nearly 3 seconds, if I'm correct. Yeah, I was precise, 3.5 seconds.
3.5 seconds. Jānis Ūbelis is second, Ernests Skulte is third, and Ernests Skulte is fourth. So 3 Hondas in a row. But still 8 laps to go. We have only seen 2 laps.
And Ernests Skulte obviously lost out a lot due to all the contacts, and something tells me he damaged his car.
He's out of the sight.
He's out of the sight, and I don't think we're gonna see him that soon.
Anyway, the big question, of course, is can Artūrs Virbulis hold on? Oh!
What a car control by Ernests Skulte.
Yeah, but it helps if you have only 90 horsepower under your accelerator.
Or is it Ernests Skulte? It's car number 77 or 11. It's something 11. Wrong with our
No, timing screen tells it that it must be car number 11.
You know what has happened before, by the way?
No.
Some of the guys accidentally, because they're in the same team, they have mixed up the electronical system and the device that actually catches the time.
Okay.
The transponder. Yeah, and they have mixed it up some races. That has happened before, so I wouldn't be surprised that it's...
So I see that this silver Honda Civic is number 11.
11, and that is Ernests Skulte, but number car 77 is Ernests Skulte, and now it's correct. So the timetable shows us that he's in the 3rd position, which is totally correct. Now you see Ernests Skulte now is looking on the inside on Ernests Skulte. He's really close behind him.
Went out, and everybody goes out.
Jānis also trying the line.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, if everyone's going there, why not try it for once? So we see the battle for 4th position. Now Skulte is on the outside. Not that the best position to be, but let's see what's the speed on the exit of the corner.
So on the outside there is better grip.
Not bad, not bad.
You noticed yesterday, Carmen Grab, who was...
did the same thing.
Exactly. So that is grip, and especially when the track is wet, then there is more grip than on the inside.
So good judgment by Ernests Skulte climbing
Absolutely.
up to P4, and now Baumann is already on the inside on Eriks Voits, and
almost by, but
we'll
not,
see. We'll
not
see.
completely.
Eriks is not giving up.
But again, on the outside, better exit.
And
here
there we
it
go,
goes.
beautifully
Yep.
executed. So unfortunately, Eriks Voits lost 2 positions in 1 lap already.
And I can tell you that Artūrs Virbulis has lost more than a second of his advantage. to
Let's look
Jānis
at the
Ūbelis.
lap times. It looks like Jānis Ūbelis was half a second faster than
1.5
seconds faster than Artūrs Virbulis. So either it's a mistake by Artūrs or Jānis is just flying out there.
Still critical for the leader for sure.
But you can tell how difficult it is to keep the cars in the line, and I can't even imagine what's it going to be for the next race, which is the fastest of them all, the Baltic GT cars.
It will be difficult.
It will
for
be
sure.
definitely very difficult.
And here we go. This is
Ernests Skulte.
midfield.
Yeah, Ernests Skulte now trying to fight for 3rd position with Regnars Mozga-Kļaviņš.
And
it
Kļaviņš
looks
had
like
very-
Skulte
yeah.
is definitely faster. Let's check on...
Kļaviņš, I think, made a mistake.
Oh no! So Regnars goes really wide, and that just gives an opportunity to Skulte to pass him.
Just
So that was just like a Christmas came early for him this week.
And Marek Baumann is
Using the
fighting-
situation as well.
very well.
Oh
well
no!
judged.
Regnars was doing so
But
well.
no, this was not very well judged. Still, you saw what was the grip on the
Exactly.
outside. We
And he
thought-
still managed to hold the position.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
And I thought he's going out to the field. No, he didn't. Absolutely not. And here you can see the gap between 2 leaders
Yep.
is almost
So now
non-existent.
let's focus on the battle for the 1st position between Virbulis and Ūbelis. You can see how close is Jānis, and Jānis has been improving his lap times all the time. So that
And
means
I think
he's
that-
on a mission. He's on a definitely mission there.
And I think Artūr's time as a leader is almost counted already. Jānis Ūbelis behind him has been so much faster.
And we're not even halfway through the race.
Yeah, he was how much? 0.8 seconds faster. Yeah.
All right, now we can see that Artūrs is already trying different lines to try to figure out if the grip is enough to close the door inside. You can see the exit speed of Jānis Ūbelis, and Virbulis has no other choice but to close the door and just to try to keep the inside. It's going to be hard. It looks like it's going to be really, really hard.
It's only 5th lap. Still 5th lap.
Exactly.
5 laps to go.
Exactly.
So it will be really, really
Oh,
hard.
he is
I wouldn't bet.
saving everything he can. So basically, I can imagine how mad is Jānis Ūbelis right now. He tries to jump on his side, not enough speed on the exit. Oof, this is going to be very exciting to watch throughout 5 laps. And you can see that on the outside of the corner, Virbulis was strangely slow on the exit of the last corner before the finish straight.
I think he felt that he's going to go wide anyway.
So Virbulis has just have to keep it calm and steady. He cannot allow to
Still
make
5
any
lap-
mistakes
Yeah,
whatsoever.
5 laps to go, and it will be.
The smallest mistake can really cost him the 1st position.
But that is a huge battle for P3 as well, between Ernests Skulte, Regnars Mozga-Kļaviņš, and Marek Baumann. So they are almost together.
Let's see if Ernests Skulte probably could be trying at least to get closer to the top 2, which is Ūbelis and
His lap
Virbulis.
time was much better, of course, but he didn't have to battle
Yep.
with other cars.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he's definitely on a mission to catch up with the leaders.
And if Virbulis will defend in the same way he did 1 lap ago, then this
Now you can
4-second advantage will dry up very quickly.
You can tell by the racing line Artūrs Virbulis is driving now that he got his confidence back a little bit, and he is doing whatever he can.
And track is drying for sure now. No rain anymore. Also, you can see that windscreen wiper on Ūbelis' car is still working. But I don't think there is any sense for that anymore.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure. He's really in the back of Artūrs' car. And whenever Artūrs is driving on the wet side of the track, he's just pouring some water on Jānis' windscreen. So
spray and
let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, he does it perfectly. He does it perfectly.
So now the very critical
Well done.
final.
He has managed to survive 2 laps. It's 4 more to go.
Yeah, but now we can't see from this picture what the actual stand
Baumanis goes wide. Same thing does Eriks Voigt. They like to do off-road. Oh, come on, Artūrs. Keep it together. Keep it together. Now you can see that the exit speed of the corners is much, much better for Jānis Ūbelis.
Actually, those cars are so slow out of turn 3 that if you go outside, the radius is bigger and you lose.
Of course, if you lose time and distance, exactly. But Artūrs is doing whatever it takes right now. He's trying to he's trying to guess what Jānis will do behind him. You can see it's like a game, you know, like a mouse and cat and mouse race.
Even if Jānis succeeds with overtaking finally, I would say that he's not doing right now because he's looking here and there and here and there.
So just have a look. Oh my God, it looks like he'll finally do it.
Now he's done.
But Artūrs is not letting it go easily.
And you see, Skulte is catching them.
What a battle for the first position between Artūrs Virbulis and Jānis Ūbelis. Well, now,
so
unfortunately, Artūrs has to admit that Jānis just was faster. And there's no excuse for that. Artūrs will try, of course, to do what it takes. But now he has to defend from Ernests Skulte. Yeah. He has done incredibly well job. Look at the lap times of Ernests Skulte, 1:53.7. So
it was almost 2 seconds faster.
Almost 2 seconds faster. This is why he's at the back of both of them. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Artūrs must now start to defend once again. Not to thinking about attacking the car in front, but defending from the car behind.
Yeah, it looks like Ernests Skulte will manage because he had better exit speed, and obviously now Artūrs loses out again, and he's now dropped from first position to third. But this is good news for Ernests and the Rixona team, and obviously all of them cheer him up right now. Now, I think Ernests Skulte will definitely be on a mission to at least try to fight with Jānis Ūbelis.
Yeah, the gap is not that big. It was 1.6 seconds, actually less than 1.6 was between first and third. But
so now it's 0.8.
Yeah, it was less than 1 second on the timing line. So, yeah, definitely Ernests Skulte has been fastest over last few laps. The question is, what can Jānis Ūbelis do when he has free track in front of him and nobody threatening from the behind?
We'll see, we'll see.
Actually, you see, Regnars Klaviņš is not that far as well. And he's dragging Mareks Baumanis with him. So compared the lap times, they have been much faster than Ūbelis and Virbulis.
And that is definitely due to the fact that we're fighting for the position. Now, Jānis Ūbelis goes sideways. The same thing for Ernests Skulte. He has a massive understeer. We'll see what that definitely will affect the distance between them two.
And Ūbelis once again went a little wide on the exit. And Baumanis is very fast behind Klaviņš. We saw him running wide on the exit of final turn, but now he has sped up once again. 3 laps left. Actually, only 2 laps left now.
Now
this
2
time
laps
Virbulis
left, exactly.
Went wide.
But you can see, this is fantastic to see. 2 laps till the finish line, and both, all 3 of the top 3 drivers are one after another.
Yeah, they are still in contention because we have seen so many mistakes in these changing conditions.
Fantastic.
Anything can happen still. And in this battle, it's the same. Nothing is decided yet. Regnars Klaviņš in front and Mareks Baumanis behind him. But those are 3 leaders in front of us.
And Jānis Ūbelis' windscreen wiper is still on. That is weird. Maybe he has only one position on.
I know. I think he can't see it anymore.
It's really
just so concentrated.
He's so excited to be in front. Yeah. Oh no, okay. We can see that Ernests Skulte windscreen wipers are on as well. Virbulis thinks that he has a pretty much good view.
Virbulis saves energy. It's a wise move.
Exactly.
If you have only 1.4 liter engine, so
everything counts.
Yeah, everything counts, absolutely. And I'm not joking. I'm really telling.
No, that is true. Definitely true.
So now Skulte is on the back bumper of Ūbelis.
And we'll be soon heading into the last lap of the race 1 for ABC 2021. What a fantastic battle it has been. We promised you this and they delivered.
And Ūbelis goes a little bit wide. There was massive understeer for him, but no change in positions. Turn 14, penultimate turn of the penultimate lap. And Baumann is also looks very racy against Moskva Klavinch. So now, how wide they go. It's like competition who manages to go wider out of final
and
turn.
Baumann does it again.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So let's see. We're going to the final lap of the race, and it's only half a second between the leaders. We'll see if Ernests Skulte has some tricks under his sleeve.
Yes.
And I'll be heading towards the Parc Fermé, so I'll meet you there.
Skulte just set the fastest lap of the race, and it tells us two things. First of all, that he's faster than anybody, and another thing is that the conditions are improving a lot. So those two are still, and Skulte Skulte dropped it. Skulte almost spun into turn 7, and it means leader is now gone. And also Artūrs Virbulis took the chance and overtook Skulte for second place. So that is a classic last lap drama for Ernests Skulte. He had very good chances for the win, and this is for fourth place. So Marek Baumann is now on the inside through turn 10, and can he overtake Regnars Moskva Klavinch? Klavinch is now once again in front, just a few meters. But going now through turn 11, Baumann is on the inside, but it didn't help his case. He's still behind his rival. Meanwhile, leader Jānis Ūbelis should be through the penultimate lap already. Yes, he is. Artūrs Virbulis second and Ernests Skulte in third. But battle for fourth is still raging, and Marek Baumann is trying into penultimate corner. There almost was a contact, but Baumann has got a better exit. Is he able to go by into turn 15? Ūbelis meanwhile wins the race. Virbulis second, Skulte third, and who is going to be fourth? And I can tell you it will be Regnars Moskva Klavinch, who is Marek Baumann is fifth, Erik Voits sixth. And here is Lelde Dembowska, who is in front of Emil Jakrins. Somehow Dembowska managed to overtake Jakrins during the final lap, and so she is going to take 7th place. Jakrins will be 8th. And that was ABC race 1 at Porsche Ring in Parnu. As Oskars promised, there was a lot of action, lot of events happening, and let's see what the drivers will tell him. I think they will be everybody quite excited. Yes, ABC race once again delivered what we expected from it. Jānis Ūbelis winner, Artūrs Virbulis second, and Ernests Skulte third, after he almost spun off during the final lap. And fastest lap, if I'm correct, belongs to Ernests Skulte, 1:53.455, and he and Jānis Ūbelis were the only drivers who managed to complete the lap under 1 minute and 54 seconds. And now for the highlights.
right, here we are. This is the Park Ferme for the ABC Race 1, and we are here with the winner of Race 1, Jānis Ūbelis. Congratulations, fantastic job done.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, starting from last position in this race, obviously you did everything you could.
Yeah, it was quite slippery and wet, so I just wait when happens in front of me. Yeah. So I saw a lot of action happening, just wait for my moment, and then I pass them and going further. And I saw also the Skulte coming, and but the stress is so high level, but keep calm and concentrate to go to the finish. And I did it. I saw it, how he passed out like.
I saw the biggest slide and drifting from Ernest behind your back. I think that was a huge relief to see him sliding away.
Yeah, I heard from like team in my hearings yeah, he was sliding and then okay, calm down and drive to the finish.
The good news is that in race 2 you will start from pole position.
Yeah, I will start from the first position, so I should stick for sure.
All right, Jānis, good job. Well done, well done. Oh my God. Artūrs is here with us as well. What a fantastic battle has been. Artūrs, congratulations on the second position. A little, I would say, a little Christmas present from Ernest. When you saw him sliding like in a drift car, what did you thought at that moment?
Try not to hit him. Please don't hit him, and try to salvage second place. Yeah, it was going really great from the start. A little bit of bumper cars there on the first corner, but fortunately I didn't spin out, or they didn't spin me out, would be the right to say. And yeah, from then on, first place for a few laps. But yeah, Jānis was faster. I don't know, the front was very, very much sliding, and almost also in the entry to the parabolic, my rear also almost went one time. So better second than last. So yeah, that's and we have a second race a few hours later. So good job.
All right, and obviously the second race, the start grid will be upside down, which means you will have to fight even harder this time.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward. I always love to fight. So bring it on.
Good job, good job. So this is the wrap up of race 1 for the ABC race here in Parnu Summer Race 2021 edition. So far a very exciting and fantastic race with the changing weather conditions, and now we are going to look at what's next for our menu.
Jānis Ūbelis, who is now going to start this race 2 from pole position in his Honda Civic number 7, was starting from last position in race 1, but it didn't help perhaps him, but also it didn't hinder him winning race 1 in front of Artūrs Virbulis, but that time we had a lot of last lap drama because Ernests Skulte in Toyota Yaris number 91 was all over Ūbelis during the last laps, but then managed to lose his car during the very final lap, just half a lap before the checkered flag, and he lost not only the possible win but also the second place. So Artūrs Virbulis was able to be second, and Skulte remained in third. That was the top 3. And now over to Oscars once again.
All right. Thanks, Thomas. So we're back at it again. It's race 2 for the ABC race category, and it was an epic battle in race 1 between all of the top drivers. But now the cards have played into hands of Jānis Ūbelis. He started from the very last position in race 1 and managed to beat them all and be in front of the pack. Now it's reverse order. That means only one thing. Jānis has the pole position, and I can congratulate you at least starting from the best position possible.
Thank you.
So do you feel nervous before the race 2?
Of course, like always.
I think you're not the only one. The rest of the field are worried as well. But you proved your speed out there, and if nothing has changed probably, and the weather is good, should be fine.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
I just said you should be fine. The weather is good, the car is fast.
Yeah, I hope it's gonna be better right now because it's not wet anymore, so we can drive faster. So and build up the speed, and the time will go down for sure.
All right, Jānis, best of luck to you, and obviously we'll see them racing in a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final race of Parnu Summer Race 2021. What has been such an exciting and wonderful race to watch. So stay tuned for the final race, and we'll meet you afterwards in the prize giving ceremony. Let's go.
And here we go. There are some spectators behind the wall, and Greek girls are now leaving the grid. Front row starters are number 7 Jānis Ūbelis and number 14 Marek Baumanis in Seat Ibiza. Second row, Ernests Skulte in Honda Civic and number 91 Ernests Skulte in Toyota Yaris. Third row, number 9 Iepriekš Auto24ring in Renault Clio and number 11 Ernests Skulte in another Honda Civic, so we have 3 on this grid. And finally, fourth row, number 80 Artūrs Virbulis in Peugeot 106 and Lelde Dembowska in Mini Cooper, but why Dembowska is trying to overtake all her competitors? It is only a warm-up lap, and this is prohibited. Overtaking other cars during warm-up lap is prohibited, so she can be penalized for this behavior. I don't understand. Quite a strange thing. And on the other hand, of course, those cars behind her are not allowed to overtake her as well, so it will be almost impossible to give those positions back. Very strange, very strange. And the cars are spread all over the track. Now I think Lelde Dembowska now tries to give back those positions, but if I was in the position of those drivers, I would stay behind. Anyway, now they have taken their proper positions. I don't understand why Lelde Dembowska overtook 4 cars starting the warm-up lap.
Already. So what have I missed?
The main event of the race.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very unexpected. It was like looking like she thought that it is the start of the race already.
Ouch.
Anyway,
so that's quite a false start to do.
Yeah, she gave positions back, but if I was a steward, I was thinking about what to do with it.
Yeah, well, definitely a little misunderstanding there, but nevertheless, we are getting ready for the final race of the Parnu Summer Race 2021.
Yes, and Jānis Ūbelis, the winner of race 1, is starting from pole position, but having only 8 cars, and the fastest man from race 1, Ernests Skulte, starting from row 2, they are not that far apart from each other. And Marek Baumanis, who is also starting from front row, was also very, very fast. Also, he made several mistakes and was 4th or 5th only in
exactly.
race 1.
So the worst position of all the top drivers is for Artūrs Virbulis. He's starting from the last row.
So the race is underway, and Ūbelis has made a decent start, as has Ernests Skulte, who is already second. Although Baumann is on the outside, but goes a little bit wide. But if he can keep his speed, at least he stayed in front of Ernests Skulte as it stands. And Artūrs Virbulis at least has overtaken Lelde Dembowska.
And he's now after the next position. Will he manage to keep it right after the straight line? It's really crazy. They go side by side. He manages.
Yeah, Ernests Skulte is now behind Virbulis. And the next target for him will be Iepriekš Auto24ring. And yes, Baumann has lost 2 places already. First lap is quite peaceful.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how decent they have behaved during the first lap, but we're just getting started. So we can see Ernests Skulte is looking into its side.
We talked, we said that they have been very peaceful. Perhaps they heard it and then thought better.
But didn't get quite enough the speed on the exit, but he's just on the tail of Regnars Mozga-Kļaviņš. Let's see if he can manage this time. Braking very late. Ernests Skulte is very aggressive there. He's pushing Regnars out of the track. And obviously now he's on a better position on the inside. Regnars is going off-road a little bit. And Ernests Skulte gets on position number 2. Good job done on first lap.
And Baumann is on the inside of Kļaviņš, and is he going to overtake Kļaviņš? Yes, he is. Just at the wall, maybe.
Not yet.
Maybe a few centimeters between the car and the wall, and he once again goes very wide.
Meanwhile, have a look how far away is Jānis Ūbelis due to all the battling out there. He's more than 2 seconds ahead of their.
Yeah, but we saw during race 1, of course, he was then battling for the position and lost out all his advantage. This time he's all on his own, but the question is if Ernests Skulte will be able to regain that position or actually catch the leader. And Virbulis is now by volts. And
he's still ahead of him. Of course, he's now following Jānis and Baumann.
Jānis is in front of Baumann. No, he's not.
They're side by side on the fastest turn of the course.
Yeah. For next turn, Baumann is on the inside, but Jānis is going.
And Artūrs Virbulis is using the situation.
Baumann was also already stopping his car almost. He was so slow.
Didn't quite work for him, but Virbulis is fighting very, very hard to get at least some positions back in order to secure his podium position, and he is struggling, I can tell you that.
I think he was too wide.
Oh, Baumann goes off-road.
So now just behind Baumann, but a little bit slower.
A little drag race on the start-finish line.
And the gap between Ūbelis and Skulte is 2.2 seconds now. So Ūbelis was full 23 thousandths of the second faster. Yeah, we have good timing system.
Oh yeah, we do. So yeah, the battle is still on, and of course Artūrs Virbulis has to gain as many positions as possible. He finished in second position thanks to the mistake of Ernests Skulte on race 1, and obviously every single point counts when it comes to the total overall and the podium. So we'll see.
We'll see, but somehow his exit from this complex has been very poor. I noticed it on the previous lap as well. So Baumann had a much better exit from turn 8 and 9. And it, in turn it means that Erik Svolts is already at the rear bumper of Virbulis. And this time Virbulis defends the inside, which was perhaps the wise thing to do, because it was very fast into turn 11. But on the other hand, Baumann is very fast in front of Virbulis, and he couldn't somehow. Now Baumann goes wide once again, and this time Virbulis had very good exit, but what about final turn? It's exactly the same, but now the top speed and the drag race. So Ūbelis is the fastest man on the track by quite a margin.
And Emils Jānis almost tried to make a move over Regnars.
Now Virbulis
okay, but then again, this exit speed is the same, and obviously Baumann was on the inside. And there you go. Erik Svolts is on the inside. He just waited for the opportunity to pass them both.
It was almost inevitable that something
and like they're still going side by side.
Yeah, and Virbulis now takes ideal racing line, but it means that he also lost one position to Erik's Voits. Voits takes very strange line. And does it mean that Virbulis can go by?
I think it does. They're side by side right at now.
Virbulis knows he's already in front, but now they are going through turn 10 side by side. Virbulis is still in front, but now what about outbreaking?
And Emil Jākrins makes a move on Regnars, and Regnars actually allowed him to do that, going a little bit too wide on the corner, and now Jākrins is in P3.
And the good news is, good news for somebody, but not so good news for somebody, is that while Voits and Virbulis were battling, Lelde Debovska has caught them, and Virbulis now went by because Voits was very wide on the grass once again. And this is Jākrins who made a mistake and lost his hardly earned third place to Regnars Moskva-Glavinč once again. So you see all those 6 cars are basically together on the main straight. Meanwhile, what happens between the leaders?
Nothing, exactly nothing. Skulte and
Ūbelis is faster. He's still
obviously,
faster.
and they're obviously gaining a lot of advantage, benefiting from all the fights behind their backs. So
at least now Virbulis is back in 6th. Although those 3 cars in front of him are now much further down the track than they were 1 or 2 laps ago. But at least, yes, Virbulis has his backside also cleared. Nobody near him. It is not threatening him directly now. But yes, first 2 are in their class of their own. Jānis Ūbelis, the winner of race 1, who this time started from pole position, has not been threatened by anybody. But under braking, Virbulis lost a few meters. So Erik's Voits is all over again, over him once again. And this battle, which was between 2 cars, will be between 3. It was yes. You see, Marek Baumann is
because
joined
Jākrins just made a huge mistake, going really wide in the corner, and so Baumann is feeling very confident there, and he's putting some pressure on Emils.
It looks like who is doing more mistakes. Quite a strange contest.
Exactly.
I think first 2 we haven't seen them recently. They didn't make any huge mistakes, but all those 6 behind them, they have had so many errors. So now Jānis Ūbelis managed to go into 1:43s. 1:43.993 is his fastest lap. Meanwhile, we are in the second half of the race. 5 laps have been completed, 5 still to go. And as it stands, there is no question about the winner and no question about the second place, but everything is very open behind those 2. Jānis Ūbelis leading, and Ernests Skulte holding second place. Maybe Lelde Debovska is in 8th quite firmly now, but if once again Virbulis start to battle in front of her, she is able to
She could be benefiting from that.
Yeah, for sure. Jākrins has very bent right door.
Strange, yes, the door is bent, that's one thing. And another thing is that I noticed that in the last few corners of the track, he tends to go wide all the time, and it seems like he couldn't turn in properly.
But those turns are very tricky. They are very tricky. Penultimate turn, turn 14. Then there it is, how to say, you must be very careful there, because if you start mistake that he's starting to, it seems that, okay, the corner opens and starts to accelerate, but no, it doesn't open.
Exactly, but so far so good. He keeps his position. He's in P4 right now and doing some catch-up with Ernests Skulte.
And Ūbelis has set just another fastest lap, 1:43.8 this time. So
he's speeding away from the rest of the pack.
Just to keep the concentration, you have to
of
go
course.
fast.
That is true. I had to be honest with you, Thomas. I was expecting more battles going towards the end of the race.
The first race was just a typical
unbelievable
ABC race,
till the very last corner of the track.
Yes. We have seen some battles here, but not as many as in race 1. But actually, just one driver to make one mistake and the picture can completely change.
Exactly.
Now 7th lap is being completed by first 2, and yeah, this time Jānis Ūbelis didn't set the best lap time, and Ernests Skulte also managed to get in 1:43s, but they are out in front. Meanwhile,
so the gaps are pretty even between all of those cars. You can see Virbulis is pushing really hard. He has actually joined the party.
Yeah.
So basically he is now in a position to attack Mareks Baumanis.
And pay attention, we haven't seen big mistakes during, I think, last 2 laps, and Baumanis is certainly losing speed.
But look at this, Artūrs Virbulis manages to pass Mareks Baumanis very cleanly on the straight line, and he is perfect.
I suspect Baumanis may have some problems because he lost speed, straight line, for whatever the reason is, we don't know.
That is definitely good news for Virbulis climbing up to P5. He needs...
Yeah, but Jānis is so far away already. It's very difficult for Virbulis to catch the car in front.
Now you can see Voits is also at the tail of Mareks Baumanis. Will he try to jump on the inside and locks the brake a little bit for a moment, but executes it nicely done.
But
it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Because braking too much, he lost his speed, and Baumanis retook his position once again. And who joined the party?
Of course she does. Of course she does. Well, she had an eventful race 1 with all the guys starting from row 1. So, I mean, that was quite spectacular.
And now it seems Virbulis have finally managed to shake off Baumanis and Voits. Baumanis goes wide out of the final turn. With only 2 laps left, I think it is almost settled. And now, guess what? Ernests Skulte has set the fastest time of the race, 1:43.845.
The only problem is that we're running out of laps because Jānis... he's running because Jānis Ūbelis is almost 4 seconds ahead.
Yeah, I think Ūbelis is controlling the race. For any reason to try to set new records, he has done everything possible, everything what was needed, and here he comes.
So we see the leader of the race in our screens, Jānis Ūbelis.
That is a kind of a race when drivers say that it was absolutely perfect race for me, starting from pole position, taking the lead, and just escaping from all the other rivals.
But I would say well deserved after what he did in race 1 from last position to climb to P1. That's just fantastic racing.
Absolutely, but there is still 1.5 laps to go. Don't forget what we saw in race 1.
That is true, and the power sliding that Ernests Skulte showed us was a very scary moment.
And I think Virbulis has get a little bit closer to Jānis, but you see it in this picture, but it is not. Dembowska is not the last one. Mareks Baumanis has dropped, dropped to 8th. And Dembowska is closing in to Voits also. So we saw that Baumanis almost certainly had some problem with his car. But Voits is also Now in front of Lelde Dembowska, and Dembowska has been much faster over few recent laps.
So we're in the final lap of the race. I'll be heading towards the Park Fermé to talk to the guys, obviously congratulate them, and then we'll see what they have to say. So see you soon.
Yeah, and now all 8 cars are on their final lap, and here is some battles going on. Lelde Dembowska is following Erik Voits. Voits is currently 6th, Dembowska 7th, but oh, and what it was, Voits almost had a half spun exiting turn 9. Some late wake-up call, but Artūrs Virbulis in P5 is closing in under braking to Emil Sjakrins. Meanwhile, leader Jānis Ūbelis has only 1 corner left towards the finish, but Artūrs Virbulis in 5th place is now right on the rear bumper of Emil Sjakrins as they are entering turn 14. Can he put on the overtaking maneuver? No chance. Meanwhile, first 2 are already crossed the finish line, and Virbulis is now, there is some overlapping. Final turn, and Virbulis is closing in to Sjakrins, but perhaps it's too late, too few. And yes, Artūrs Virbulis stayed in 5th. Emil Sjakrins in front of him was 4th, and Ernests Skulte 3rd. Behind them, Erik Voits kept his 6th, Lelde Dembowska took 7th, and Marek Baumanis was 8th. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the final race of the weekend. Of course, our live coverage is not over yet. We will have interviews with the winners from Park Fermé, and even before it, we will have highlights.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the finish line of the Parnu Summer Race 2021 with our ABC race winner, Jānis Ūbelis. Fantastic! Give it up, guys! All right, 2 wins out of 2 races. You must feel fantastic right now.
Yeah, it's the first time in the first place in the Parnu. So in the season also, it will help in the like points. So yeah, great race today. Both first places, so yeah, keep going.
Doesn't it get boring in head of all the pack? You were in such a comfortable lead. You were in a race on your own.
Yeah, I saw in the mirror just the Skulte, but it was quite a distance, so I felt very safe.
All right, good job done, Jānis. Congratulations. See you on the podium. Top spot, obviously, Ernests Skulte. Fantastic job by you as well. Quite a dramatic end of race 1 for you with some drifting in Parnu track, but confident second position in race 2. Talk us through the race.
Yeah, so I started in 4th and I made up the 2 positions into 2nd in the first lap, about as well as I think I could have done that. And I simply didn't have the speed to catch up with Ūbelis. So I think the gap stayed pretty much the same since the beginning of the race until the very end. But I feel like I drove a really clean race. I'm very happy with that, and Ūbelis drove a super clean race as well. So I really think that we did a really good job.
Yeah, well, from side, watching the race, as it always is in ABC race, a lot of drama, a lot of contacts, a lot of overtaking, but you didn't experience almost none of it except in race 1.
Yeah, no, race 1 really went about as terrible as it possibly could, starting in 5th and then being, I think, second to last by the end of the first or second lap. I had to work my way back up. And then, of course, me making a mistake on the final lap when I had all or nothing move. But second race was very pleasantly non-problematic, which is something that you want once in a while.
All right, Ernest, congratulations. We'll see you on the podium, definitely, later on. A huge round of applause from the Jānis Ūbelis team. They are the best. Rigzona, man! Come on, Artūrs, you gotta give to this guy. Fantastic drive by you. A lot of drama going on in the race 2 as well as race 1. Do you think P3 and P4 should be enough for the podium?
Yeah, really. I'm really happy I came here and drive today. That's very great race, and this last drive was I remember only now how to drive. That was great.
Right. Good performance by you. Obviously, we saw the speed out there, like the pace was there, and it was just a matter of a little bit of luck, and a lot of other guys were hoping for the best as well.
Yeah. This may be because I have a Harry Opus stuff, because yeah, he gave me that all. That's because I decided to race only Friday when Wangs told me you want to race. I told yes, okay, let's go. Called my father, please came with my car here. Vilnius gave a car, and great.
Good one, Regnars. The fast decisions are the best in life. So congratulations on a good run. Hope to see you on the podium. Some rest of the field are now. Just have a look of Emil Jakrin's door. This is what we call proper racing. This is how cars should look like after a race. That is for sure. Let's have a chat with Artūrs Virbulis around for a second. He was hoping for the best after a very good finish in race 1 in P2. Now race 2 was not the walk in the park you were expecting.
Yeah, pretty difficult, but I made it myself difficult when I was overtaking the Seat. I made a mistake, of course, a little bit of contact there, but I put it not in the second gear, but in fourth gear, and I'm thinking, waiting, why isn't it going? And then I realized it. Shift to second, but then they both were again gone. And then I had to overtake them again, and that's why couldn't catch Emils, couldn't catch Regnars, because there was a fight for third place really today on the hand, but yeah. Unlucky second run.
Well, that's proper racing, man. I mean, you have to face it. Like, race 1 was definitely played in your hands. So in race 2, you just had to remember what it's like to be in the mix. But nevertheless, good job done this weekend. You did good, and hopefully we'll see you in the next races you on the podium.
Of course. See you in Kaunas.
Definitely. Cheers, mate. So that's it for the Parnu Summer Race 2021. It has been absolutely amazing. 2 days fully packed with racing action, and we are done and dusted. And the only thing that is left is the prize giving ceremony. We're going to start that in a short while. But, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Porsche Ring here in Parnu, Estonia welcomed us this weekend. Thank you for joining us and watching on the social media as well as Motorsports TV. It has been my pleasure bringing you all the action, and I see you in the next race. Goodbye.